Hey there mateys, this is Discovery Scouts of Pirates of the Caribbean film series here. Welcome back to the Q&A and answer series right now. Today is Tuesday. I believe it's also to be asked about, August 15th, 2015. So, today is, I got watching about a reaction to Responsibility, the Violette's first. That lady where her son, William, was getting about his lesson, about his driver's lessons. If that things, he would be get the able to the driver's license to get to the practice and study as much as many as he can. He informed her about how he's yelling about it sometimes. So she will get him to a responsibility. He will responsibility. The authority we have a really most experiences about out of the 35 states driver's license. It's also the easier. It's all the things that are about most important, most unexperienced for yet. His dad was gonna have to his driver's lesson with the his dad, the coach of this bill. He was also be easier to about the really most supporting thing about the Violet first and second on subscribers. Things that about his Williams learn to how to drive. He's able to get himself control where his Bill's car, and his dad was ever stopped yelling. He called him for jerk. He says stop for Bill. Do not call him for jerk. She says that's not very nice. Or she says be nice for the Bill and be nice to his William. Be nice to the Violet. Be nice to for the lady. They believe William was able to drive it instead for the directions. So they read about the read descriptions on the vehicles and it does. William was learning these lessons about the driving influence and very dangerous. And while he's driving license about 55 miles per hour, but he gets about 20.0% with points and 2.0. He'll get about pulled over and busted and get himself arrested by police and pulling over for his dad's truck. He can be ticketed. There could be about 2.0. So he tried to be careful, so not to hit the fence, the trees, and the traffic accidents. So every 15 minutes of the accidents, here was the difference of so wise about it, where is his responsibility responsible for the drivers from driving influence to call out for Geico's, farmers, and really carefully about for the second black-tailed deers, Columbia blacktails, whitetails, mule, follow the axis deers, and foxes, wolves, bears, and cougars, mountain lions, and moose, elks, and cows, and horses, all the ducks and geese, and the birds, and the neighbor's dog, and the peoples and dogs and cats, and the children might be the slowest out as many as you can. So if you could wanted to do the same, if you could have wanted to drive slowly for the children's play, just William needs to slow it down while he's driving slowly as many as he can. It says he's kept yelling for mom or dad. He will not get himself under control. He was not able to get himself to stop, and he's not gonna pull over while he stopped yelling from his dad, from mom. You know, he kept moving for the drive. He kept moving with his dad's car. His influence for interesting is that was a for his license plate to do during the practice test. So for the practice driving, the thing is that outside this world, it tried to keep away from the trees and forests and keep under the streets, the trails and highways, and 65 miles per hour for the drive, and the highway influence it out of the states, and for North and South Carolina, Arkansas, Austin, Texas, driving all the ways. It gets if the car's out of gas, it's filling, pay it as much as we can. So William has learns how to drive with his dad's car with his father Bill. He alliteration to get himself control. He's not driving very fastest. If he drives faster, he'll get crashed. He'll also be killed. He also get murdered and go to 20 years in jail, in prison, and a long time. And we will not see him. We're not coming home for a long time. He just wanted to making him sure to really be careful for William. He wasn't wanted to responsible for the violence first for his son William, and the Bill with his son William does. So Andy with his brother, he figured Andy his brother, trying to do something you willing to figure out. He said, but he was just saying, also would stop yelling, and he tried to put the car keys in, start the engine, and reverse on to the drive back, and 3D in means drive straight, and just really slowly, as much as many as you can. And the point is, 35 states has United States and America's driver's license. So William was also re-uploaded by Violence First. I don't know the lady is her wife, her two sons was learning about Williams how to drive, and he consideration about the authority and it can't be the test must it be failed. Try to do retest, gets it successful. Be flexible, be straight. Don't get it about the shoulders as many as you can. So I'm trying to figure out. So William has to study, wants to do it about for the junior highs, the high schools, and then college and university, and the jobs, and he can join Twitch, Patreon, and streaming live stream, and gaming channels on this favorite channels on the Reggae Gaming. Then William play as the Violet First, who plays Psychos, Raging, Defiance, and Crazy. Then, but because he was to learn about how to drive, his car keys won't start it. He hits by the axis, and but he starts engine while he's driving his dad's car, and he drives fastest. He tries to stop. He doesn't get shocked. He was gonna have to get himself control and slowing down as many as he can. He will get to control the humans. If it is not, he'll get cooled down. It'll get supportive as many as she can, and she can't be the coach everything about the William thing. The reason the William has about the driving to the highways to the stoplight, main stop with his dad's truck. Yellow means slow down, and green means go. So the green turn means the turn right and left in the straight. So we don't want it to turn around for to straight to the highways crossing the street. So they don't know the police, sheriff, and patrol officers here. They're getting to the polo for getting be ticketed. that means 2.0. That'll be ticket. So he means to know about the William, the VIOLETTE1ST, and Bill was to figure out. He was to think about his paperwork's there. Might be about driving an influence means dangerous. I think that has about really responsibility for from Tony Tornado. Learns about watching the Williams driving with his dad's truck. He would do it in the very most moments. If it tries to do something, and really most important, it's really important how to drive license, very careful. If it accident, so if it gets stopped, it gets turned right, and driver will slow down. William needs to slow down while he's driving about 20 miles per hour and 15 miles per hour for versus 25 miles per hour. Easier than harder and regular, just a normal. The kind about while he's driving every day. So read a lot of he loves to read a lot of book, but he's not able to play the game a lot. Those things he would be a freedom to get his driver, and his dad was pulling over, he's yelling. He was able to stop. His mom was getting out of a car while she's filming around the dark trees, and he tries to turn the car keys in, and it's not gonna able to work yet. It was gray motion insurance, and there was his nothing about for the alcoholics. So good news. My thing is about his dad came in about his front seat. His wife was the back seat, and her son was driving license thing. He's able to get us at about the driver's license to take the pictures. He would think about the feel free about the driving indeed identification cards, and driver's license means identification cards. He was thinking about a particular place about bringing the parent to do the driving test, while he's supposed to do the most experience about 10%. Most do more about his driving influence, while he's keeping an eye on his road, and William keeps the eye on the road every day for any time, and particular place just needily to know just because every most to get a lot debate and get in trouble. It was interesting about Williams kept yelling about the mom and dad, his disbelief for stopping for pulling over. It kept moving out for the cars left behind it did not hit it, and but it kept moving, and he would be kept driving about 40 miles per hour. If it degrees, and the degrees most cold, the windows, if he could, he kept pulling over at about every 10 minutes. His dad says, "Where are you going? What are you doing? Why are you turning left?" William has a responsibility. He needs a responsibility. He was gonna have to turn the right there while he's driving. That could be inappropriate. Come on. So William has to learn about his driver. You know, Bill and her was turning right there to call William. William, turn right there. Trying to just driving around, jiggling around. Don't do anything stupid. So every time he's seen them, so he seems about moving around like trees out there. If a bush is out there, it keeps growing so loud. It kept going all the way there. It just longer that it kept us to stay away. It kept us stay away from the trees there, in the forest there. Just a lot of bushes, all the bushes to get up about himself for his car's property. And Geico is, well, Bill was walking. He barely said while he's driving. He said, "Stop. Do not stop." But he can't leave his dad without permissions. But while he's getting in his truck, he would think about his turn ride back home. About every 30 minutes, he leases that about driver lessons. Think about the driving training. For William, he was a good thinking. He means that sometimes he will have to drive back home, and about the driving lessons and training, and his things about it. He writes about the paper things like it and make up for the priority appointments. He concluded the brother Andy, his mom, his dad, learns about the Williams drive. He was uploaded about two video sticks on the subscribe, and more than anything about his content today. So VIOLETTE1ST told by County Tornado was about able to the responsibility for her son William goes to the driving schools. Every time we seems every motion is about for driving like this. He slows down as many as he can. If it drives slow, just like it activated and about the humans like statue. Mostly do. So if it drive like this, if it jiggle like this, we can't do that anytime. We can't do that today. So if he can't do that while he's driving, it'll get about very crash, get trouble, get accident, and ambulance, police, the fire departments on the way to every 15 minutes and shattered dreams. And if they somebody to kill all the people, accidents all about it every 15 minutes every year. So every most accidents, all the people deaths. So even if we thought about a particular group of places, so most of the things about the two uploaded there, that lady under the black hair was non-blonde. So just the black brunette hair, she was uploaded to the Williams driver's lessons and training with Bill, and he was able to try not to get into the jerk. So he hurts his feelings. We don't want to hurt William's feelings. He hurt himself really bad. He gets a supportive cool down. He's cool off. He's getting himself control. Trying to calm him down. He was trying to do the very most experiences. Trying to do most do. If I reported the most in the moment. So I was a reporter about the Williams gets it about the driving training and license and lessons, and studies as many as he can. He believes about bringing in his parents as many as that could. He reads about the driver license book while he's doing it doing the 25 questions for the test. He really thinks about the testers. Although this is as many as he can. So although William, his dad, his mom, his brother Andy was able to get William's control. He could be about the police investigation. He tells about very careful that they could be taken about with 2.0. He would be arrested about 1.0 and taken away for about 0.5%. He'll get arrested about two hours in the police department means jail. And try not to do that again for the William for any time. So that's gonna be my responsibility with the Bill and the fire first, and his brother Andy with Andy for William. That could be the responsibility. So William, so try to make sure very drive safe with your mom, your dad, and your brother. So he uploaded her YouTube channel saying. So I thought we were thinking about those my channel is. If you think about it very careful, if an accident it is, just make sure very careful. So all careful as many as you can. So while I was running to do high knee running a place, just means stop the light for just right straight to left and behind the vehicles. The vehicles was driving straight ways to the left and right, all of this crossing around the driving place while I was doing it while I'm in my back 'em up thing. I was hiding the running a place outside when I'm doing the run, so I always halt with it while they're driving. The halt means stop. I just halt right there, so right or left to straight left and right, and behind me, just also to make sure to careful if the thing is about the accidentally if it tried to hit there, so they wanted to make sure they're really careful for me. So they can't do that. They can't do that while he's driving to turn left back in the side. So just think about the drive safe very slowly. So I always have to really think very careful. Really good thing about the thing is, guys, we do most experience about 20%. That's the top 20. He thinks about a very traffic of about 7 million people around the world. The Earth was moving around like a circles, like a ball, like the globe, like a 365 and 366 days on the Earth every year. Most do. Apparently, also they have a all of those the beautiful days in the morning, noon, and afternoon, and the night was the fall. I was just seeing about the most experiences about the wind or about the sunny wildfires on the outer states, and the raining, lightning, and thunderstorms. And the check out for the weather is also about the partly cloudy is light, and the dark clouds also mean storms, lightning, and the rain. Mostly rain is mostly bigger than about 5 days in the rain. He keeps raining all of the grasses, and from the death grass it turns yellow to the green, and means beautiful, good, and cute, and most handsome. I was put water on the hose on my backyard. So we could think it's about the afternoon and night. It was put all of the hose in the water, and then mix it in the coolest and main as you can to keep the evaporators hydrating. It keeps drinking a lot of water. It keeps the glow, turns out to the green, almost there. It keeps really good thinking about whether they really drink water, if it kept hydrating, and it's also they have all the time in the day. So we love you guys. Feel free to death. So VIOLETTE1ST and their son William needs to be the driver safe. Just be careful with Bill and his brother Andy. So thank you so much for coming in, guys. So don't forget to subscribe to more content, to follow on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Google, Find Cameras, Trace and Patreon, streaming, live stream, gaming challenge, Juggy Stores, Cock Story Talk, Tom on the Hangouts, and links in the descriptions, and the YouTubers, actors, directors, friends here on the fan sites, and according to the peoples, men and women and children on the concerts, Teen Choice Awards, and TV's Golden Globes, NFL honors, all the footballs, and MLB baseballs, all the sports, all the Olympics every 2018 next year. So Usain Bolt practices finishes while he's running with 100 through 200 meters. So I love you, Usain Bolt. Blow kiss. Thank you guys and coming in. So I'm gonna play as Pirates of the Caribbean Tides of War, guys. So I kept leaving the game at a time while I'm sleeping today. I'm sorry. I was gonna have to turn it off right now. So this kept so cool. It makes it hot. I love you guys. So alright. Maybe don't forget. So Alessandro Dario on trip to Africa, Italy for best friends. So from North America, Leon says okay. Leon should, and Matthew and Catherine will be okay. And Shadowhunter's second finale was over, and next year, third season coming out on 2018. If you watch this, if you watch on third season, it's on the it's on the season, the photo shoots, on the premieres, on Catherine McNamara, Dominic Sherwood, Emerald Tobia, Alberta Rosany, Harry Shum Jr., and Matthew Daddario, her sister Alex, and Catherine. And we're thinking about Shadowhunter's third season coming out on January 2018. So wow. 2017 almost over about the 4 months. It's pretty sad. Pretty sad. We still have here. Don't forget. Come back visit on from this year, 2016, 2015 through 2009. I was gonna have to hope you see you guys experiences for Alex and their watching the kids for the Africa. So very cute children's. I love children's. I love children's in Africa. That's a good and interesting. A lot of the African peoples and children's, women and men's on the 30,000 people in Africa. Woohoo! Included 70,000. Total 100,000. Oh yeah, 100,000. 100,000 people in Africa. Woo! Congratulations for Alex, for the Darios in Africa. Take a lot of the photo shoots, all of them. So Prank and Trouble completed on the villains of Baywatch 2017 for Vanessa Hudgens. Logan Paul's went to Teen Choice Award from last 2 days, and his brother Jake and Painless and Cara Bra, Cameron Boyce, and Sky Jackson, Kevin Quinn, Miranda May, and Bunk, and the cast from Jesse and Debbie Ryan, and Cam Chamberlain. I love you guys, Chamberlain. If you like it, it's cool with you. So congratulations all of you guys. Feel free to death. So don't forget, guys. Keep it rich and many times. See you guys in tomorrow's videos. Have fun.